In this video, we're going to look at what makes the perfect Amazon FBA product. If you know who I am, then welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's Luca. And on this channel, I talk everything Amazon FBA. So if that's your cup of tea, hit that subscribe button and make sure you've got your notifications turned on so you get notified for all future videos. Now, about a month ago, I decided to do a product research mini series, which was going to be a 5-part mini series all about how to do product research properly. And I did part 1 last month, and that was all about what kind of products you want to completely avoid when doing your product research. This video is going to be part 2 of that mini series, and in this video we're going to look at what makes the perfect Amazon FBA product. Now, when I talk about the perfect FBA product, I'm not talking about the kind of things that you would look for when doing your product analysis using a Chrome extension like the Helium 10 X-ray tool. Obviously, using that kind of tool, the kind of things that you're going to be wanting to look for is a high growing demand, relatively low competition, and clear room for improvement or product differentiation. Okay, that stuff is all really important, but that's not what we're going to be talking about in this video. Instead, what I want to focus on in this video is the 4 main things that you want to look for when you're coming up with your initial product ideas when you're using the web app, so the Helium 10 Black Box tool or the Jungle Scout web app. So this video is going to be more about the product characteristics that make the perfect FBA product. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and look at the first thing you want to look for, which is small and light products. Okay, so choosing a small and light product is going to help in 3 different ways. It's going to help with your shipping from your manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse. It's going to help with the Amazon fulfillment fee, and it's going to help with the Amazon storage fees. So let's go through these one by one, and let's start off with your shipping from your manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse. So if you have a small and light product, number 1, your shipping fees are going to be way lower than if you had a heavier, bulky item. And that's because shipping is based on the volumetric weight of items. In a nutshell, the heavier and larger your products are, the more it's going to cost you to ship those products from your manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse. The smaller and lighter your products are, the less it's going to cost you to ship your products from your manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse. And obviously, the less shipping costs you, the higher your profit margins are going to be. Having small and light products also means that you can consider shipping your products by air. If you are shipping really heavy, bulky items, air shipping is probably going to be too expensive and not something that you can consider. However, if you have a small and light item, you may be able to ship by air, and that has some serious advantages. Okay, so let's say you're launching a new Amazon FBA product. You've done all your research, you feel like the product is going to be a winner, but the product still hasn't proven itself yet. So you're not 100% sure that that's going to be a successful product. Ideally, with that new product, you'd want to do small initial orders. But if that's a bulky and heavy product and you need to ship that product by sea because air shipping is just too expensive, then you're going to have to do large order quantities, less regular, larger orders, larger shipments. If instead that product is a light and small product and you can afford to ship those products by air, you can do smaller orders on a more regular basis because they will arrive at the Amazon fulfillment centers much quicker from your manufacturer. And that can be such an advantage when launching a new product. So that's one of the reasons why a small and light product is a great Amazon FBA product, because of the shipping advantages. Then you have your Amazon storage fees. These are the fees that Amazon charge you per cubic foot per month to store your products at their fulfillment centers. So let's say that you were launching a small light product like a water bottle that you could fit 10 into a square foot. Then for that water bottle, you'll probably be looking at paying somewhere between kind of 7 and 9 pence per month to store that product at Amazon. If instead you're launching a bulky item that, say, is a full square foot, you're going to be paying 10 times that in storage fees, closer to somewhere between 66 pence and 93 pence per month for Amazon to store that product. And finally, let's look at the Amazon fulfillment fees. So these are the fees that Amazon charge you to pick, pack, and ship your product to your customer. If we scroll down, you can see that the larger the product, the more Amazon will charge you for this fulfillment fee. And on top of that, the heavier the product, the more Amazon will charge you for that fulfillment fee. So if you were to launch a heavy and bulky item, it's going to cost you a lot more in shipping, storage fees, and fulfillment fees. If instead you launch a small and light product, both your fulfillment fees and storage fees are going to be way, way lower. The second thing you want to look for are simple products. So what do I mean by a simple product? Well, something like a water bottle, something like this would just be a simple product, right? There's not that many moving parts. It's not that complicated. It's just a straightforward, simple product. The only real moving part or thing on a water bottle is just the lid, okay? So what would I term not a simple product or a more complex product? Well, something, let's say, like a webcam or this portable speaker, basically anything electric or anything with a lot of moving parts, I would call a complicated product. So why is it better to launch a simple product rather than a complicated product? So with complicated products, because there's more moving parts, there tends to be more functionality, especially with electronic products, there's a lot more room for the customer to be confused or not understand how the product works. On top of that, there's more room for kind of customer preference. And what I mean by this is, with something simple like a water bottle, the only real preference a customer can have is in terms of the design and the color of the product, which as sellers, we can easily show the customer that in the product images and the product description. So they're more likely to be satisfied with the product when they receive it. When it comes to more complicated products, let's say something like this portable speaker, there's much more preferences the customer might have. Some customers might want a speaker that's bassier, some might want a speaker that has more treble, some want a lighter speaker with a lower battery life, some might want a heavier speaker that has a longer battery life. And it's much harder to kind of describe those things and convey that to the buyer in our product description and product images. So those two things combined means that complicated products tend to have a much higher return rate than simple products like a water bottle. And as sellers, we want to keep our return rate low. Yes, Amazon will refund us the referral fee if a customer returns a product, but they won't refund us the fulfillment fee, and you may also be charged a return fee. So we want to try and avoid returns, keep the return rate low. The second thing with more complex products is just because they've got more moving parts, they're way more likely to break at some point before they reach the end customer. And obviously, if your customer receives a broken product, they're going to return that product, which is going to cost you, and they're going to say that the product was defective, which is going to have a negative impact on your Seller Central account. So if you can launch a simple product, in general, you'll tend to have a much lower return rate and a much lower defect rate. The third thing you want to look for when you're looking for that perfect FBA product are products that sell between 10 and 50 pounds. So personally, I would advise against launching a product that sells for under 10 pounds because your profit margins are just going to be too tight. What you need to understand is that your Amazon fulfillment fee and the Amazon storage fee, and also the cost of shipping your product from your manufacturer to Amazon, is not going to change depending on the product price. Yes, the cheaper your product, the lower your referral fee is going to be, but all your other fees are going to stay the same, regardless of whether you're selling a £10 product or a £50 product. So with a product that costs under £10, your profit margins are going to be much, much tighter. Essentially, what that means is you're going to have a lot less room for Amazon PPC and off Amazon advertising, such as Facebook ads. So if your margins are really tight and there's really not that much profit in each unit, you're not going to be able to run Facebook ads or any type of advertising because they're probably just going to be too expensive for how tight your margins are. The only time that I would ever consider launching a product that sells for under £10 is if it is an Amazon small and light product. So if it's a product that's smaller than 30 centimeters by 22 centimeters by 2.4 centimeters. With products this small and light, Amazon's going to charge you a much lower fulfillment fee. It's also probably going to be pretty cheap for you to ship those products from your manufacturer to the Amazon fulfillment centers. For those types of product types, maybe you may want to consider them if they sell for under £10. Okay, so that's why you want to avoid products that sell under £10, but why would you also want to avoid products that sell over £50? Surely by that same logic, products that sell over £50 are going to have massive margins. Well, yes, they will, but there are some issues of launching products that sell for over £50, and there's two main issues. The first are reviews, and the second are returns. So let's firstly look at reviews. So when you're launching a new product, obviously you're not going to have any reviews. And one of the best ways, even though it's outside of Amazon's terms of service, one of the best ways to get those initial reviews is to get some friends and family to buy your product. Now, obviously if you're selling a £15 or £20 product, if you ask some friends and family to buy your product, they might be quite happy or willing to do that. If you're selling a product that sells for £100, you might find it a bit harder to get as many friends and family willing to buy that £100 product and leave you a review, unless you're willing to offer them a full refund or partial refund on that purchase. Again, during a launch, to get some initial reviews and also to get some product exposure, you might want to send one or a few of your products to a few different influencers so they can post about your product on their Instagram or on their YouTube. And if your product is a really expensive product, that is going to cost you a lot more to send out those free units for those influencers to post about. Okay, so that's the issue with getting initial reviews. The second issue with selling products over £50 are with returns. Now, let's say a customer buys one of your products and then wants to return it. If they return that product damaged to Amazon, Amazon will count that product as unsellable, unfulfillable, and you will either have to have that item returned to you or destroyed, but you're not going to be able to sell it on Amazon, and Amazon isn't necessarily going to refund you for the cost of that product. Now, if you sell cheap products that are around £15 or £20, then a few damaged and few product losses every now and then is completely fine. If instead you're selling a really expensive product that let's say sells for £100, £200, those are big losses. So that is one of the main reasons why you don't want to sell really expensive products on Amazon. So if instead you find that sweet spot, you sell products that sell for between, let's say, £15 and £40, you're going to be able to easily get friends and family to buy your product, to leave your initial reviews. You're going to be able to send out cheap products to influencers for them to be able to post about it on their social media. And your margins are going to be good enough for you to spend more money on Amazon PPC and consider some off-Amazon marketing tactics such as Facebook ads. The fourth and final thing that you want to look for when you're trying to find the perfect Amazon FBA product is a product that you feel that you can build a brand around. So what I mean by this is a product that's brandable and that would actually benefit from being branded, and a product that's in a niche that you feel you could actually be able to build a brand following. So let me explain this further looking at two products. The first products are cardboard boxes. The second product is a portable blender. So products like cardboard boxes, envelopes, doormats, all those kind of products fall into what I'd call utility products. And with utility products, they don't benefit massively from being branded, and it's quite hard to differentiate these products. For utility products like these, customers just want the cheapest products that's going to fit their needs. They don't really care about the color of the boxes, the design of the boxes, the brand of the box. And that means for sellers like us, it's quite hard to differentiate these products, which means that we tend to be just competing on price, and it makes it quite easy for competitors to come along and steal sales away from you. Again, these kind of utility products don't really lend themselves to building a brand following. People who buy a cardboard box or envelopes from you, it's going to be quite difficult to get those customers to join a Facebook group or join and follow you on Instagram. If we compare that to a product like a portable blender, as you can see, there's much more variation in design, in the color, in the branding, and products like these lend themselves much more to being branded and building a social following than products like cardboard boxes, which are utility products. If you were to launch this product and you had a Facebook page or an Instagram account all about different smoothie recipes and how to use the product, you're much more likely to get your customers following you and to be able to build a customer list with this type of product compared to a utility product like a cardboard box. So if you're able to launch a product that lends itself to being branded and is in a niche that lends itself to building a brand following, you're going to be able to differentiate your product more, charge more for your product, get repeat sales, and you're going to have this whole customer list that you're then able to launch subsequent products in the same brand, in the same niche. So small and light products, simple products, products that sell between £10 and £50, and products that you can build a brand around. Those are the four most important things that make the perfect Amazon FBA product. So I really hope that you found this video useful and helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a like. It really helps give the video a boost and get it out there to more people. Also, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell turned on so you get notified when part 3 of the product research mini-series comes out. If it's already out, I'll put a link up here to the video somewhere and also a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.